Hey y'all, welcome back.
Today we are excited to be sharing with you our final Grand Teton National Park video from our amazing trip last September with Grammy K.
Wow, it was.
If you haven't seen the first two Grand Teton National Park videos, I'll link those in the description, as well as we'll pin a comment so you can see those, because oh my goodness, what a bucket list incredible place.
Yeah, for sure.
So in today's video, we're going to share with you some of the history of the park, some of the super cool things we found while we were exploring Grand Teton National Park. We're also going to take you to neighboring Jackson Hole, Wyoming, where we found some really fun stuff also.
Yeah, and we actually at the campground do a little campground cooking over the fire and some cast iron, cooking something that we all love. So stick around.
We are at the Episcopal Chapel of the Transfiguration. It's here within Grand Tetons National Park. It was built in 1925, and Mom saw this when she was on one of her tours before, and she was telling us about it as we were getting to Grand Tetons.
Oh, and I'm so glad we had a chance to come back and remember this beautiful place. And I can go home now and dig out the old pictures and compare them to the new pictures.
And on the inside, it's actually a functioning church. They have service here every Sunday. And on the inside, they have a window that faces the mountains. Just absolutely beautiful.
Yes, it is. It's back to the olden times of when this area was established.
Yep.
Glad we got a chance to come back.
And not only do they have indoor seating, but they have outdoor seating as well. So on a beautiful day like this, they had services this morning, and you know, heck, that's such a pretty day, they might have had folks sitting inside and outside. So pretty epic location for a church. Okay, so this is the Maud Noble cabin. It's next to Menner's Ferry, and it's just across just a short walk from the Episcopal Church of the Transfiguration here in Grand Tetons National Park. Now, this cabin is significant because it was the home of Maud Noble. She came here in about 1916 from the eastern U.S. and decided to make Jackson Hole her home. She bought the ferry and the general store and the operations from Bill Maynor, who had started that, and moved her cabin here in 1917 and this is the cabin. Now, what's really significant about this cabin is that in 1923, Ms. Noble hosted several locals along with the superintendent at the time of Yellowstone National Park, so that they could present to him an idea to preserve this area as a park as well. And therefore, that was the birth, they say, of Grand Tetons National Park, right here in this cabin, which is super cool. Okay, so a couple things we forgot to mention about the chapel back here behind us. First of all, part of the movie Spencer's Mountain with Henry Fonda back in the day was filmed here. And also Presidents Bill Clinton and Jimmy Carter both attended services here. So it's you know, you may have seen this place before. Okay, so now we're in, I think, the primary official visitor center of Grand Tetons National Park, because this place is really impressive. It's down by Moose on the south end of the park, and we're gonna get our stamp. All right, filling it up.
We're in here waiting for the movie at the information center for the Grand Tetons, and look at this view before the movie starts.
On a wide screen.
This is Dornan's. We are near Moose. In Moose?
In Moose.
Okay.
They said it's a part of Moose.
It's where we ate lunch. We had some good burgers and chicken and
I had a BLTA.
BLTA, and it's the grill here. What do they call it?
They call it Chuck Wagon Grill.
Chuck Wagon Grill. I guess this kind of gives it away.
Chicken was delicious. It had big avocados on it, lettuce, tomatoes. Perfect.
All right, so we're gonna head back. Thought there might be enough pop that it wouldn't come out. Hey, popcorn! Oh yeah. Good stuff.
And now we're at the National Elk Refuge in Jackson, Wyoming, and they have stamps also. Hello, bonus elk. That's cool. All right.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
Bunch of antlers are going around hornless. They're looking for their horns.
So right now we're in the town square of Jackson, Wyoming, which is just south of Grand Teton National Park. And it is known, I know you've seen these, this is famous for their elk antler arches. And there are 4 of these huge arches around the town square. They started in 1960. And the story is, so there's a National Elk Refuge between here and Grand Tetons National Park. You pass through it on the way.
How we doing?
You pass through the National Elk Refuge on the way from Grand Tetons to Jackson or vice versa. Super visitor center, by the way. They have about 7,500 elk that winter in the refuge, and every spring they shed their antlers. And they said the Boy Scouts will go in, they'll collect all the shed antlers, they'll bring them back into town, they'll come to the town square and auction them off every May for projects. So you can come to the Jackson Town Square and have your photo taken with a huge, these are real elk antlers.
Well, you don't see that every day. At least I don't.
Now back in my early days.
Still in.
And if they have professional sporticians in here.
I'm gonna find out.
We're gonna enjoy some old-fashioned malts. I got a chocolate malt.
I got a huckleberry malt.
That's gonna be interesting. They make all the ice cream right here.
Yep.
This place was founded in 1919.
Jackson Drugstore.
Jackson Drugstore. There it is. We'll let you know. Wait, let me try it. Oh yeah.